Well. Here we are again, guys. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for joining us. How's things, bro?
Oh, still trying to get organized. As you can see, my books here have not made it onto the shelves.
No.
They're still blank. They're on the floor actually, but it's getting there.
Cool. Cool. Well, how was July the 4th, mate? Did you have lots
It,
of fun and frivolity and fireworks and
it was just the fireworks. It was the rituals, all the the national anthems,
mm,
the thing, the people singing about the freedom that they're so happy that they have,
oh god.
the delusion of freedom, the
Yeah.
appearance of something that really doesn't exist unless we take it back. Again, this is the time where we have to prepare. I know we're hearing a lot about August. I'm hearing a lot of rumblings about something coming in the next 3 weeks, and it has to
Well,
do with preparation. Preparation.
I was chatting with Kim last night on Telegram, and because she's been following this CERN thing. I mean, she's been looking at CERN for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And we both agreed that this July the 5th thing is a huge elephant in the room, right? It's a nothing burger. But I still see something big coming out. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's going to be, it's going to be all or nothing. This is just my opinion, and from what I've researched, Kim agrees with me as well. Um, the thing that they were supposed to be doing yesterday, which is at the time of recording this, is still your yesterday, your 5th. It's my 6th. But I just knew it was going to be a big nothing burger. It was all blown up way out of proportion. So many people were talking about it on social media, and I just remember thinking, this is a nothing burger. But as you rightly say, even Crow 777 is talking about August, and that he's been ramping it up, hasn't he? Last few
Yeah,
episodes.
he has the last few months. Uh, it seems like he's having so many topics, and he's covering some stuff that he's already covered in the past. But uh, we're hearing so much about the um, the manipulated food shortages that are going to come in the next month.
Mm.
When you have 100 factories, manufacturing plants that
Yeah.
are burned,
Mm.
how do they all burn down in 1 year?
Well, a few of them, they had a plane crash into them, didn't they?
Kind of like the Pentagon, maybe?
Oh, could have been. Could have been. Yeah.
Oh wait, that wasn't an airplane. That was
Oh,
a
yeah. Yeah.
missile.
Yeah. Um,
Anyway,
right. So, guys, we promised you to talk about the 216. I've got a very short slideshow to present, and then I'm going to get into a bit of a discussion with Harry over a couple of topics that are mentioned or are going to be mentioned in this short presentation. I want to say short. It's only about 12 slides. Right. So you can see my screen, okay?
yes.
Okay. So we've got. Can you see anything? Can you see like a warning thing? Please
I
move
see. I
this
see the
window.
please move the window away.
Right. Let me just. Sorry about this, guys. It does this occasionally, and I have no idea why. So let's just try again. Okay, there we go. All right, so 6 times 6 times 6, we know it comes to 216. Okay, but before we get into the 216, I just want to throw a couple of things in there, food for thought. Your journey is not the same as mine, and my journey is not yours. But if you meet me on a certain path, may we encourage each other. And this, to me, when I saw this, I stole this from Zach's Free to Find Truth website, borrowed it, I should say. And when I saw that, and I thought, there's so much bickering going on, there's so much arguing going on about how people believe, oh, this is true, and somebody else is saying, no, it's not, this is true instead. There's so much bickering and arguing going on that when I saw this, and I thought, wow, this is so important for people to grasp If you meet me on a certain path, may we encourage each other. I just thought that was profound.
Well, again, back to that slide, you and I have reached the same conclusions, but probably from different paths entirely.
Yeah,
And at maybe even at different rates, we have to allow other people to uh, reach wherever their destination is going to be, and not put them down for maybe taking a detour here and there.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
And,
you and I have been at this now for over 2 years, and I don't think we've disagreed on anything so far, have we?
Probably not. If anything, it was probably some non-essential
Yeah, something
topics.
trivial.
But the bottom line is, yeah, our journeys are individual, just like our truths
Yeah,
can be individual.
yeah,
And so a lot of times we may see that we agree on 90% of everything,
yeah.
but because that 10%, some people are willing to throw the baby out with the bath.
Absolutely, and it's such a shame. This one made me laugh. Called my stockbroker this morning and asked him what should I be buying. He said canned goods and ammo.
Well,
Yeah,
if what they're saying about next month, yeah, you should be prepared. You should be prepared anyway.
yeah,
You should have water supplies and some canned goods in the event of just a
yeah,
power outage, or even if there is something that might last a couple days,
yeah.
let alone a month or two.
Mm. Right. Any of you guys in the UK can confirm this? Let us know in the comments. This is apparently the new £50 note. You can see on the right there's some kind of chip, but that bit that's circled says this is only a foretaste of what is to come. Note the word foretaste, not forecast, foretaste of what is to come, and only the shadow of what is going to be. Now, that sounds rather ominous.
What
So
are
let's
the letters on the QS, PSL? First time I'm seeing it now. Not
wait.
not that on the left side of the bill.
Oh, that's just the serial number. Oh, there. I hadn't looked at those. I don't know. I'll take a look at them more closely
And one
later
and
on.
two. Yeah.
It's like some
Interesting.
kind of equation or something, yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
anybody over there in the UK can let us know if
oh, I
this
see.
is,
It's like a table.
yeah, a
It's a
periodic
table.
table.
Yeah, it's
Mm,
symbols, operations, and configurations.
mm.
Hmm.
All right, I thought this was worth throwing in as well. History is a lie, money's a hoax, debt is a fiction, media is manipulation, government's corporation, the system is an illusion. And I think most of the guys watching this are gonna they already know this.
Yeah.
But this tickled me when I find it offensive when cashiers look at my money like it's fake, when money is fake anyway.
Yeah. Fake fiat. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
fake bill.
yeah. And I saw this. This was in history, our Telegram group, guys. I'll put the link to our Telegram group in the pinned
Hey,
comments.
that
Yeah.
guy is fake too. That
Well, who
person.
knows? I mean, I saw that and I thought words just fail me. I mean, what kind of mentality? Anyway, I just put it in there just could I say fun, Harry? Just for fun?
Is that a diaper being worn?
Looks like it. Yeah, looks like it. All right, so let's get into the 216 for a minute, guys. 216 is an anagram of 126, right? And it's no coincidence that 21 times 6 is 126. Well, what do we know about the number 126? Genesis 1:26, when the decision was made and God said, let us make man in our image. Okay. And God said, well, Genesis 1:26, the word for God is Elohim. We all know that. But what is Elohim? It says it's God. But if you look at the bottom of the slide, you can see judge, mighty, rulers, shrine, even shrine, the word shrine. Now, I recently came across this guy. Just type in Paul Wallace into YouTube. Mate, what this guy is talking about is insane. He's an ex-pastor. He's an ex-pastor, and he's a Hebrew scholar, and he studied the Hebrew text. And what he's mate, when you want to hear him talk about the Elohim, what the Elohim really are, he actually says that there is no translation, right? The Elohim is not a word that has a definitive translation. The closest he's come up with is the powerful ones. And I'll come back to that when I finish the slideshow.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos, and he goes into great detail of how even the word Yahweh or the Tetragrammaton it could just be a name, one of which the original Hebrews weren't even aware of. So
yeah. Well, as I say, well, I want to touch back on that when we finish the slideshow. So we know that this realm is time, right? There's nothing time is outside of this realm. Time does not exist. But the interesting thing is that when you look at the 1, 2, 6, what are you looking at, guys? 6 plus 6 is 12, and you've got the 6 at the bottom. There's your 6, 6, 6 again, and your 1, 2, 6. 6 o'clock on the analog is the only time where two opposing numbers are dead straight. I mean, you look at anything, 10 past 10 past, what would it be, 10 past 8. This one's showing quarter past 9.
Quarter past 9, yeah. It doesn't,
no, the only time is when they're dead straight. Now, we know what the Jesus figure was. We've done loads of podcasts on it, but what did he teach, allegedly? The middle way, the middle path. Don't take sides. Okay. Now, Logan from Decode Your Reality sent me an email, and he said, this is a couple of days ago, I'm working on extending out the possibility of a way out of this game. And with that, I started breaking down Revelation 3:16 more. This time, however, I use the original Greek expressions. Due to this, the big standouts for this verse are the words mouth and me. Well, let's take a look at Revelation 3:16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Well, that takes us right back here. You are lukewarm. You're not. Cold would be on the left, on one side, and hot would be on the right.
Yeah, red and blue, just like the Republicans and the Democrats.
Logan continues, from the single digits of Greek, the word me is that figure there, that which equals 474, reducing down to the 15. This, of course, is the devil card, and that's talking there about tarot, and even the Latin numerology spelling of Jesus. Yet when I took the 474 and went 474 digits into pi, adding them up, I got 616. I mean, you can't make this shit up, guys. I said it again, Revelation 3:16, the very last word, the mouth of me. You can see it looks like you, actually. It looks like YOU. And the numeric string 474 appears at the 1370th decimal digit. Okay, well, we drop the zero. The zero means nothing. If we drop it, we get 137. And 137 is the 33rd prime number. I mean, this is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. It's all there, and we've never seen it. Now, Harry, you watched this movie last night. I watched it a couple of nights ago. It's got a rating of 5.1 out of 10, which should tell you something. But words fail me because the truth drops in the last 10 minutes. You've kind of got to watch. It's only an hour and a half. It's not a massively long movie. But you kind of got to watch it in order to understand the truth drops that are in the last 10 minutes. It's an absolute mind blow. There's the link. I'll put the link in the pinned comments for you. I'll put it there just to make it easy for me to grab and put it in the pinned comments. And just watch it when you get a chance. But they're telling you, again, it's all connected to time. And the connections in that movie, Harry, that we saw to that series Russian Doll, again, they're telling you. It's so in your face. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's when you're not in your bodily meat suit, time doesn't exist. So for her, again, I'm not going to do a spoiler if anyone wants to watch this really poor excuse of a movie. Again, the concept is good, the storyline is good, the acting is not.
Yeah.
And the budget was just not there. But
Ex-
it makes a great point about reliving your lives and returning, and what may seem to be months really only occupies a short span of real material time.
Well, that if we explain that, that would be a big spoiler alert, because it's one of the biggest takeaways from that
Yeah.
movie, is the connection to time. It's look, guys. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but there's not many things that blow my mind these days, especially after all the research and the work that Harry, you and I have done, along with others, Kim, Annie, and Logan, and Adam. But absolute mind blow, absolute mind blow. So highly encourage you to watch it, even though it's shit, right? I mean, and I can't be more blatantly honest than that. It's a shit movie because the acting's crap, but the storyline is so fucking important if you
Well,
want to
think
understand
about
it.
it. If you wanted to drop truth and have only a few people see it, wouldn't you
Yeah,
put it in a shitty movie?
you're going to put it in a shitty movie. Yeah, I found this time and time again that some of the shittiest movies have got the most powerful truth drops.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that movie Dark City,
Yeah.
right? I mean, everybody's, oh, you got to watch Dark City. I mean, I watched it. It's a shit movie, but look at what they're telling you, you know.
Actually, I actually like Dark City.
But yeah, but again, the acting's pretty crap. But I want to get back to Paul Wallace, because Kim and I were talking last night, and she doesn't go along necessarily. I won't say definitively, but she doesn't necessarily go along with the notion of more than one species of quote unquote human. I'm going to be talking hopefully to Adam from the Illusion about the androgynes, what they are. Because some research that I've done has led me right down to the path, or down the path, that when God said in Genesis 1:27, male and female, he made them both. We're just assuming that he made girls and boys. No.
Yeah.
Male and female, he made them both. And it's insane where this is gone. But another thing that Paul was talking about from the conversation he was having with another guy on a podcast, he was basically saying that his wife is from Ghana. Right now, is that Ghanaian or Ghananese or whatever? It doesn't matter, but she's from Ghana. And as a couple, they have got a very, they've got very close friends, another couple who are a Ghanaian, right? They're born and raised there. They live there. And they were telling him a story about their daughter when she was a young adult. They were all on the beach having fun, and she disappeared. And she was gone for 3 years, literally vanished off the beach, gone for 3 years. And she eventually came back, obviously went home. They whoever, let's just say, abducted her. It turns out it wasn't an abduction. But they basically returned her to the beach after 3 years, and she was able to go home. Of course, the family were overjoyed. But the important thing is that the story goes that she wasn't abducted per se. She was an adult, not a kid. But what happened was she was approached by some beings, some other
underwater beings.
Yeah. But he said they were really, really beautiful, to look at. So she wasn't, hey, come with me. It was, hey, would you like to, come with us? And because they were so beautiful and so charming, off she went. And as you say, they had this, I don't want to call it a base, but I don't know what it was, but they had this place underwater, and they kept her there for 3 years. in order to breed. She had 3 kids in 3 years, which would be hybrids. And apparently it's all about improving their DNA. They wanted to get some human DNA into their family or whatever, blood, whatever you want to call it. And she had 3 kids, and then after 3 kids, she was okay. Thank you very much for your help. Now we're going to return you back home. But the crazy thing is that I mean, my geography is shit. But Paul was saying that, around that area, Ghana, Colombia, various countries, you have this same story of people being, he used the word abducted, but, if it's like, hey, would you like to come with me? I mean, is that really an abduction? I don't know. You can, whatever.
It's like inviting a child to go to Disneyland with a stranger.
Yeah, pretty much.
He mentioned a recurring theme of that happening in many places.
Yeah.
And when you talked about the breeding, you recall that we did the studies on the Elohim, that these creatures need to reproduce every 7 generations, or they lose their, I don't know what you call it.
Well, the other thing is, I can't remember the Bible verse, but Paul was saying, when he was talking about the Elohim, there's one of his videos where he talks about the Elohim. They're not gods, right? They're just, he said the closest I can come up with is the powerful ones. Yahweh being the biggest dickhead of them all. He said, and you can find this in the Bible, but I don't know what passage it is. But there's a part in the Bible where you have a king of let's just call it a village, or for whatever, a tribe or whatever you want. And he got sick, and he wanted to consult the Elohim to see if he was going to recover or he was going to die. So he sent some of his guys out to another village to ask a couple of the Elohim if they would come back to his village and answer his question. Well, Yahweh went mad because Yahweh was already in that village. And he's like, why didn't you ask me? Kind of thing. Why did you send for other Elohim? Why didn't you ask me? Well, clearly the answer's obvious, because the king didn't trust fucking Yahweh, right? Yeah. And, I really, really recommend, guys, a lot of Paul, you don't need to watch Paul's stuff. You just need to listen. You can just put it on in the background and do whatever you're doing. And just have a listen to it. But mate, this guy's he nails it, absolutely nails it. And he doesn't.
I think he does. He's got enough knowledge of the Hebrew and the knowledge he has just being a pastor, where he was able to kind of see through what all the PhDs were teaching wrong.
Well, he was a pastor in Australia, apparently. I don't know which state, but he was a pastor in Australia, and he started to see through the BS, right? And then he started studying Hebrew and so on and so forth, and his journey just went from there. But his stuff is absolutely amazing. He talks about these near-death experiences. He talks about the Jesus character. He talks about the Yahweh, the Elohim. None of it is what the Bible tells you it is. None of it, Yeah. I mean, and it's clear. I mean, it's so obvious that people miss it. In Genesis 1:26 that we just talked about, let us make man in our image. And God said, let us make man in our image. Well, us is plural, our is plural.
And the Trinitarians wipe it away with the Godhead just talking to itself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's nowhere else. Nowhere in the Bible does it even talk about a Trinity.
No.
And you're talking to 25-year Christian here. Come on.
Yeah. Ex-Christian. Oh, talking of ex-Christians, so those of you who are fans of Jeff Darty, he's just put up a video. That's it. I'm out of YouTube. This will be my last video on YouTube. So he's gone.
Is he going to a different platform?
Yeah, he's already on Rockfin, but you gotta.
Yeah.
It's not free. Oh, I think he's on Odyssey as well. But yeah, interesting that he's quitting the tube. So, but again, you know, he's done a couple with Archaics, Jason from Archaics, and the one that he put up today was a live. I only caught the first 15 minutes of it, but yeah, he's onto this same kind of stuff that Paul is talking about now. So Jeff's taken a different path, yeah, and he's now talking about the Elohim being subservient to the Anunnaki. And Paul Wallace also reckons that Yahweh is the Enlil character, not the Enki. Enki was allegedly in the story. Enki was the one that was pro-human, and Enlil was
he's the flood guy.
yeah, he was the Albert Baller, you know. But yeah, so guys, definitely some stuff to get into there over the next few weeks, over the holidays, and see what you think. Let us know. So, all right, bro. So, anything you want to wrap up with?
Just another thing we talked about in the past about the the giants, the men of renown.
Yeah.
And they could just be a hybridized version of a human.
Well, one thing
when they breed with a human, if the mother is the one that's going to be the key, and there's no growth inhibitors, so those people could get large, can actually become big.
I think he made the point when he talked about a liger, which of course is a cross between a lion and a tiger. Well, I think ligers, they can't breed, right? They're like when you what's the donkey and the not an ass, it creates when you breed a donkey with a mule, it creates an ass, and an ass can't breed. Well, apparently it's the same thing with a liger, but what happens is that the growth inhibitors are in the lion, the male lion, and the female tiger. So the liger doesn't have these growth inhibitors, or it could be the other way around. The liger doesn't have these growth inhibitors, so the liger will actually grow to be bigger than either of its parents. So could that be some kind of hybridization?
Yeah.
You know? Who knows? Who knows? So, but anyway, yeah. Just I don't need to link it because there isn't a particular one that I'm asking you to look at. So just go onto YouTube, type in Paul Wallace, and have a look at the videos, and just go wherever you want. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. We will see you soon.
All right. Bye. You take care. Bye.
Bye.